Good afternoon, children. Today our lesson is formulae. Formulae means the plural form of the formula. Let's see what are the formulae. Can you hear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So let's see what are the formulae. Before talking about formulae, let's see some well-known formula you have learned in grade 8 and 7. Euler's formula. You know this formula. Can you remember Euler's formula? V plus F equals E plus 2. That is the formula. Here, V represent vertices, F represent faces, E represent edges. Then V plus F equal E plus 2. This is a formula. V, F and E are called as variables. These are variables. You have learned about variables in grade 6 also. You know some algebraic symbols, simple letters of English alphabet can be used as variables. Variables are values which vary according to the situation. Occasionally, that values vary. Then they are called as variables. Here in this equation, this is also an equation. You know equations. This is also some type of equation because in the middle equation sign is there. Can you see? In the middle equation sign is there. And some terms are there in the left hand side. Here V plus F is in the left hand side. E plus 2 in the right hand side. So left hand side and right hand side is there. And in the middle equation sign is there. So this is an equation. This is a type of equation. Equation is like a balance scale. Left and right is there. Can you remember the equations lesson? When you're doing mathematical operations to that, to remove terms, then if you do some mathematical operation to left, then you have to do the same thing to right also. So those rules apply for these formulas also. Then this is the Euler's formula. What is this solid? Can you remember? This is a regular tetrahedron. Regular tetrahedron. In the regular tetrahedron, 4 faces are there, 4 vertices are there, and 6 edges are there. When we add the number of vertices and number of faces, then left hand side is 8. When you add number of edges and edges to 2, then right hand side also 8. 8 equal 8. So left and right is balanced. So this is an equation. Both sides are balanced. So Euler's formula is also a type of equation. This is an example for a formula. Let's see another one. You have learned this in grade 8. Can you remember what is this formula? A equal half into base into height. A equal half into B into H. H means a perpendicular height. This is the formula to find the area of a triangle. A equals half into base into height. So if you know a certain formula, you have to you can substitute values for the each variable. In this triangle, base is 11. So you can substitute. Here. Let's see again. Half into base into height. Substitute 11 for B. This way, substitute 8 for H. So half into 11 into 8. When you simplify that, half into 88. 88 divided by 2. That is 44 square meters. This is the area of the given triangle. So A equal half into B into H is also a formula. The variables here are B and H. A, B and H. Here some more example for the formulae. C equal to 5R. C equal to 5R. In next lessons of the second term, you will learn about this formula C equal to 5R. That is the formula of finding the circumference of a circle. In next lessons, you will learn that. And next one is the formula for finding the area of a circle. Area A equals 5R squared. That formula you will learn in grade 10. Okay. C equal to 5R, how to use the formula C equal to 5R can be learned in next lessons. So these also formulae. These C, R, A represent some variables. So if you know the values for that variables, if there is an unknown term, you can, by solving that, you can find the unknown term. Let's see that again. This green color part line is the circumference. Now we know some examples for formulae. Therefore, let's see what is the formulae. A relationship between two or more variables expressed as an equation is known as a formula. Now, can you understand? A relationship between two or more variables expressed as an equation is known as a formula. Now you know what are the variables. Now you know what is an equation. So the relationship between two or more variables expressed as an equation is known as a formula. A formula is written with just one variable, which is called subject of the formula, on one side of the equation side. Usually the left hand side, and the remaining variables on the right hand side. There is a specific term, subject. What is the subject of the formula? A formula is written with just one variable, which is called the subject of the formula, on one side. Always subject should be in one side. Usually the left hand side, in the left hand side, subject is written. Other terms are in the right hand side. I will explain that. Here this is a formula. In this formula, P is the subject. This is a formula. In this formula, V is the subject. This is a formula. In this one, S is the subject. In this formula, Y is the subject. In this formula, C is the subject. In this one, A is the subject. Let's see some examples. The subject of a formula. What can you say about this figure? What can you say about this figure? Someone is talking to others. In that side, only that woman is there. In that side, only that woman is there. Others are in the opposite side. Okay. Subject is like a similar situation. Here, according to this one, subject represent this woman. Then other terms can be, other terms are similar to these other people in the opposite side. So that is like the subject. So in the subject also, in a formula also, subject is in one side, other terms in opposite side. That may be in left or right, but in any side, always subject is in one side. In that side, there are no other terms. Okay. So in this grade, you have to learn how to change the subject. How to change the subject of a formula. Let's see an example. Here, there is a formula. This is a formula. This is the formula given to you. V equals U plus AT. Still, you don't know the values, variables represented by this V, U, and AT. If you do science or maths for the A level, then you will learn what is this formula. V equal U plus AT. Here, make A the subject. Make A the subject. Now, at this moment, V is the subject. Can you see? At this moment, V is the subject. Now, you have to change the subject. Change the subject. You have to make A as the subject. How to do that? Now, subject is V. You have to make A as the subject. This is the method similar to this method, also similar to what we do when we simplifying equations. Similar method. Can you remember inverse operations? I told you when I doing equations lesson. Inverse operations. Inverse operation of addition is subtraction. Inverse operation of subtraction is addition. Inverse operation of multiplication is division. Inverse operation of division is multiplication. So, when you remove in terms, you have to do inverse operation. So, let's see how to make this letter A as the subject in this formula. First, write the equation V equal U plus AT. Now, we want to keep only A in one side. That may be left or right. That is not a matter. You have to keep only A in one side. Okay. You have to identify how many terms are there in this formula. How many terms are there in this formula? In left hand side, one term is there. In right hand side, there are two terms. What are the two terms? Terms are separated by plus or minus sign. So this U is one term. Okay, this U is one term. What about AT? 8 is combined. 8 is combined term, that is the second term. So there are only 2 terms in the right hand side. How many terms in the right hand side? Only 2 terms. One term u, the other term at. So you have to remove one by one. You have to remove terms. Okay. We want to make A as the subject. So don't go to do the calculations in this part. First you have to remove this u. First remove this u. We want to keep only A in the right hand side. Remember that is our goal. We want to keep only A in the right hand side. So remove u first. Here u means plus u. Plus u. Because plus sign is in the left hand side. So how to remove plus u? Inverse operation. What is the inverse operation? Adding u. Inverse of that, subtracting u. Inverse is subtracting u. Then you can remove the term u. So we put minus u to both left and right. Okay. We have to put minus u to both left and right because we want to remove this plus u. Now you can cancel out this plus u with minus u. Then only plus 80 remain in the right hand side. The left hand side, v minus u remains. Still A is not the subject. A is subject. Can you recall that picture I gave to you? That woman is talking to others. Then that woman is the subject. Then like that, there's only one term, one symbol in the right hand side or left hand side. A should be in the right hand side. You have to remove this T. Then only A will be the subject. So how to remove this T? You have to use inverse operations. AT means A into T. AT means A into T. Okay. So A multiplied by T. So what is the inverse operation? You have to divide by T. You have to divide both sides by T. So here in this step, both left and right divide by T this way. Okay. Both left and right divide by T. Now you can cancel out this T with this T. Now only A remains in the right hand side. The right hand side only A remains. In the left hand side, v minus u over T remains. So A is the subject. If you keep the answer this way, your answer will be correct. You will get full marks. But if you want, normally we keep the subject in the left hand side. So if you want, you can write A in the left hand side and other part in the right hand side. You can interchange. You can write A in the left hand, other part in the right hand side. If you write that way, that is also correct. If you keep the answer this way, then also correct. Now, A is the subject. Why we say A is the subject? A is along in one side. A is in one side, not in the both sides. And with A, no other others are not there. Only A is in one side. Let's see some problems in exercise. Let's see some another example in the textbook. Make n the subject of the formula. You have to make n the subject What is the subject now? This is the formula. S equals n over 2 brackets a plus L. Now the subject is S. S plays the main role in this situation. Now you have to change the subject to N. Okay, N should be the subject. So let's see how to remove terms one by one and get N in one side. First write the equation. Then N should be in one side now. Here this term is combined. Here this term is combined term. Within brackets this part is there. Here there's only one term. You have to consider this one as one term. So you can't remove terms by adding or subtracting. This is only one term. In previous one, there were two terms. But here there's only one term because n over 2 into this bracket. All are combined by the multiplication. Though there's an addition sign, you can't subtract L from this because that is in the bracket. Okay, there's only one term. But you can do without doing additions and subtraction, you can do multiplications and divisions for the to remove this 2. So first thing here is, first operation you have to do is remove 2. Because n over 2 multiplied by a plus a. Then n divided by 2 can be removed by multiplying by 2. Because here, after 1 minute, quickly rejoin, okay? Divide by 2. Inverse operation is multiply by 2. Then multiply this side and this side. Both left and right by 2. Then you can cancel out this 2 with this 2. Then only n into a plus 1 remains in the right hand side. N into a plus L means n brackets a plus L. In the left hand side, 2 into s means 2s. 2 into s means 2s. So 2s equals n brackets a plus L. Now how to remove this? Now we want to remove this part. This is a combined term. Still 2s equals n brackets a plus L. N brackets a plus L means here, bracket means in between this n and bracket, there's a multiplication sign. So this is n into a plus L. N into a plus L. So the mathematical operation here is multiply by n. Multiply by, no, here we have to keep n as a sum. So multiply by a plus L. Mathematical operation here is multiply by a plus L. So how to remove multiply by a plus L? We have to do the inverse operation, that is dividing by a plus L. Dividing by a plus L. Divide by a plus L. That is the inverse operation. Then only you can remove this a plus L from the right hand side. So this way, divide both right and left by a plus L. Divide both right hand side and left hand side by a plus L. Then you can cancel out this bracket with this bracket. Cancel out this bracket with this bracket. Then you will remain only n in the right hand side. This should be equation sign. Here equation sign. Then you will remain only n in the right hand side. 2s over a plus L in the left hand side. Now, if you keep the answer this way, you will get full marks. If you want, you can take this end to here and other part to right hand side. Both are correct. Okay. Here we can't remove n because we want to keep only n. N is the subject. Make n the subject. N should be in the right hand side. Vidumini, we have to keep n in the right hand side. Therefore, here we should not divide by n. Can you understand? Because we want to keep only n in the right hand side. So you can't divide by n, you have to divide by this bracket a plus a. Okay. Our goal is keeping only n in the right hand side. That is why we don't divide by n. Okay. Yes, now you got it. Let's see some more examples, then you will get the idea. Let's move to this problem. Exercise 17.1. Carefully read the question and understand. Make R the subject of the formula C equals 2 phi R. Can you understand the question? Make R the subject of the formula. Formula is C equals 2 phi R. You will learn this next lessons. That lesson is in the second term. C equals 2 phi R. Then at this moment, C is the subject. C is the subject. But what you have to do? You have to make R as the subject. So R should be in left or right. R should be that woman. In that diagram, one was in one side. No? So in this moment, C is in one side. But finally, R should be in one side. That is our target. Then how to do that? 2 phi R. With R, 2 phi are there. So you have to remove this 2 phi. You have to remove this 2 phi and keep only R in the right hand side. You have to break this into two parts and keep only R in the right hand side. So how to do? Can we subtract? Can we add? Only for mathematical operations now. So you have to decide what we should do. By adding or subtracting or dividing or multiplying, by using which method you can remove 2 phi. How to remove 2 phi? You have to think about the mathematical operation in between 2 phi and R. The mathematical operation between 2 phi and R is 2 phi into R. 2 phi into R. So what is the inverse operation? To remove this multiplication 2 phi, you have to divide by 2 phi. Then only you can cancel out this 2 phi. Okay. So remove multiplication 2 phi. You have to put dividing by 2 phi to both sides. Okay. In grade 7, 8 also, you know, you can write A into B into C in the short form. A into B into C. In the short form, you can write as ABC. ABC. Here 2 phi R also same. 2 into phi into R is 2 phi R. 2 into phi into R is 2 phi R. Therefore, To remove this 2, 5, you have to divide both sides by 2, 5. First write the equation c equals 2, 5r. Now we want to break into two parts from here. So divide by 2, 5. Now you can cancel out this 2, 5 with this 2, 5. Now r will remain in the right hand side. R is in the right hand side. C or 2, 5 in the left hand side. So our answer is this. R is the subject. R is in one side. Yes. That symbol phi is a Greek letter. Just remember the shape only and how to pronounce that. This symbol is a Greek letter. Normally, in most mathematical problems, we have to use the symbol. That is new to you, but after doing this lesson, circumference of a circle, that lessons, after that lesson, that will be familiar to you. Now just remember the shape of that. Okay. Let's see this one, fourth one. In the formula y equal mx plus c. This is also very important formula. Very important formula. In the graph lesson, you will learn about this formula. Now, if you can remember now, then it will be an advantage for you. What is the formula? Y equals mx plus c. Y equals mx plus c. Here in a graph, can you remember there are two axes as x and y? Y means here y symbol, numbers representing y-axis. X represent the numbers of x-axis. M and C new terms. In the graph lesson, I will tell you C is the intercept, M is the gradient. Now think about the symbols only. No need to get the idea. In the formula y equal mx plus c, Roman number 1 makes c as the subject. At this moment, y is the subject. Let's see how to do the first part. Y equals mx plus c. So how many terms? First, you have to identify how many terms here. How many terms are there? This is a plus sign. So you from the plus sign, there are two separated terms. This is one term. Mx is one term. One term mx. That is a combined term. The other term is c. There are two terms in the right hand side. Y is in left hand side. That is the subject. Now you have to make c the subject. That means you have to keep only c in the right hand side. So what you have to remove from here? You have to remove this mx from the right hand side. Then only you will you can keep c in the right hand side. So just you can't just erase mx. You can erase mx from the right hand side by doing inverse mathematical operations. Can you understand? So what is the inverse mathematical operation here? Mx is added to c. Here plus mx is added to c. To remove this plus mx, you have to subtract mx. Subtract mx from both sides. So put minus mx to both left and right. Put minus mx to both left and right. Can you understand? The inverse operation of plus mx, adding mx is subtracting mx. Cancel out this mx with this minus mx. So you will remain c in the right hand side. C will remain in the right hand side. C is in the right hand side. Okay. Y minus mx in the left hand side. Now C is the subject. C is the subject. C is in one side. If you keep the answer this way, that is also correct. If you want, you can rearrange as C equal C in left, Y minus mx. If you want, you can keep that way also. But this one also correct. Now Roman number 2. Make M the subject. Make M the subject. M. Now again write the equation and check where's M. Where's M? M is here. You know there are two terms in this formula. There are two terms. M is here. Again write the equation. Write the formula. M is here. So you have to keep M in right hand side. You have to keep M in right hand side. So first what you have to remove? If you want to keep M in the right hand side, first you have to remove this C. So at this moment, in the earlier step, we removed mx here by subtracting mx. But now we want to keep m in the right hand side. We want to keep m in the right hand side. So you should not subtract mx from the mx from the right hand side. What you have to subtract? Subtract c, because you have to keep m in the right hand side. So subtract c. Here plus c means inverse operation is minus c. Subtracting c. So put minus c to both right and left, because we have to maintain the balance of the equation. Formula also a type of equation. So put minus c to both sides. Cancel out this minus c with this minus c. Then now only mx remains in the right hand side. Y minus c remains in the left hand side. But our goal is keeping only m. Keeping only m in the right hand side. What is the unwanted term in the right hand side? Still m is not the subject. Can you recall that picture? That woman was only in one side, others was in the other side. So only that term should be in one side. But here with m, x is also there. So you have to remove this x. You can't just erase that. You can't erase that. How to remove that? Do the inverse mathematical operation. Before doing inverse mathematical operation, you have to think about what is the mathematical operation there. Here m and x combined by multiplication side. Multiplication. So inverse of that, division. So divide by x. Divide not only this side, divide this side also by x to maintain the balance of the equation. Now you can cancel out this x with this x. Now only m in one side. M is only in one side. In other side, y minus c over x is there. All the other terms are in the left hand side. All the other terms are in the left hand side. M is in the right hand side. Equation sign is in the middle. Now M is the subject, like this one. M is the subject, others are in opposite side. M is the subject. Okay. Let's see some example, some other example. In the formula, L equals A plus N minus 1D. This is a formula. Make A the subject. Make A the subject. A should be the subject. At this moment, L is the subject. Okay. Before making A as the subject, you have to think about what are the terms in the side with, what are the other terms with A. Here A is in the right hand side. A is in the right hand side. With A, there is another term. The right hand side, there are two terms. One term is A. The other term is this one. That is somewhat bigger term because that is a combined term. Combined term. How many terms in the right hand side? Only two terms. The two terms are separated by this plus sign. These two terms are separated by this plus sign. Don't think about this minus sign. You will think there's a minus sign, then n may be another term. There are three terms. That is wrong. Because the minus sign is there. Whether the minus sign is there, n minus 1 is within brackets. So you have to think about this one as combined term. You can't remove only one from this one. So these are combined. N minus 1 into D. This bracket is combined by the multiplication. In between bracket and D, multiplication sign is there. Terms are separated by addition and subtraction, but here this subtraction you can't, by considering this subtraction, you can't take this as two terms. This is only one term. Remember that. So there are only two terms in the right hand side. Now, if there are two terms, you want to make A as the subject. You have to make A as the subject. So, what is the unwanted term in the right hand side? If you want to keep only A, then what is the unwanted term? Unwanted term is this one, the second term. Okay. Then you have to remove that. You have to remove this. Then only you can keep A in the right hand side. Okay. Then how to remove that one? This n minus 1 into D plus n minus 1 into D added to this A. N minus 1 into D added to this one. So, inverse mathematical operation is subtracting n minus 1 times D. So, you have to subtract n minus 1 times D from both right and left of the equation. Subtract n minus 1 times D. Subtract n minus 1 times D from both left and right. Here L is there, so L minus n minus 1 times D. In the right hand side, A was there, so A plus n minus 1 times D minus n minus 1 times D. Now, cancel out this plus n minus 1 times D with minus n minus 1 times D. Okay. Then, this is the equation sign. In the right hand side of the equation sign, only A is there. So, now A is the subject. In the left hand side, L minus n minus 1 times D in the left hand side. Now, this is the answer. A is the subject. If you keep the answer, then that is correct because A is only in one side. Okay. Roman number 2, make D the subject. Make D the subject. Now again write the equation. Check this equation. L equals A plus n minus 1 times D. L equal A plus n minus 1 times D. Vidumini, you want a question to solve? This one is solved now. You will look at this and write the same as I will give some question. Okay. You solve and after that I will explain. Okay. Let's do some more questions. Here in the Roman number 2, you have to make D as the subject. So look at this equation again. Look at this formula again. You have to make D as the subject. There are two terms, this one and this one. Two terms in the right hand side. You want to make D as the subject in Roman number 2. So what is the unwanted term here? In the right hand side, there are two terms. There are two terms, A and this one. From these two terms, unwanted term is A. Unwanted term is A. So how to remove A? A is added to this term. A added to this term. So plus A. To remove that plus A, inverse operation is subtracting A minus A. Put minus A to both left and right. Put minus A to both left and right. Check this. How to write that step? Already L is there, so write L. L is there, write L. You have to put minus A because we want to remove minus A. So L minus A. Equation sign in the middle. Copy the right hand side. A plus n minus 1D. A plus n minus 1D. And that subtraction minus A. L minus A. Equation sign. A plus n minus 1 times D. Again minus A. Now you can cancel out this plus A with this minus A. We eliminated A. Now only this term remains. What is the term remaining? N minus 1 times D in the right hand side. In this side, L minus A remains. In this side, L minus A remains. Now we want to keep only D. D is the subject. You want to keep only D in one side. All the other terms should be in the opposite side. So what are the terms combined with D? In the middle of this bracket and D, there's a hidden multiplication sign. You know, D is the common factor of this multiplication sign. There's a multiplication, hidden multiplication here. That means D multiplied by n minus 1. So inverse operation of that is dividing by n minus 1. D combined as a multiplication with n minus 1. So you can remove this n minus 1 by dividing by n minus 1. Inverse operation. Divide right hand side by n minus 1. Divide left hand side also by n minus 1. Okay. So you can cut this whole bracket with this whole bracket. Now D, only D in the right hand side. D in the right hand side. In the middle, equation sign is there. In the left hand side, L minus A over n minus 1. This is L, okay? Not 1. L minus A over n minus 1 remains. Now D is the subject. D is in one side. Here, this is the equation side. There are two sides, left and right. D is in one side. D is the subject. Making D as the subject means that step by step, doing inverse operations, you have to remove terms. See this one. Some fractions are there. Fractions are there. X over A plus Y over B equals 1. X over A plus Y over B equals 1. Now what is the subject here? Now here there are many terms in the left hand side. Only one is in the left hand side, right hand side. Left hand side there are many X over A and Y over B. So here 1 is the subject. In this one is the subject, but you want to make Y as the subject. Y should be the subject. So Y should be in left or right alone. Y should be alone in left or right. So how to do that? How to do that? That means you have to keep only Y over B. How many terms are there in the left? Only 2 terms are there in the left. One is X over A. That is the first term. Plus by addition sign terms are separated. So the second term is Y over B. There are 2 terms in the left hand side. Only 1 term in the right hand side. That is the subject. You want to make Y the subject. That means you have to keep Y over B here. Keep Y over B here. Remove X over A. Then only you can keep Y over B here. So how to remove this X over A? How X over A is combined to this Y over B? By addition. Here in the left hand side, no sign means addition. Yeah, addition. Y over B added to this X over A is added to Y over B. So this is an addition. Do the inverse operation. Okay. That is one method. Here I have done using another method. This method also, I will explain that method also. Let's see this method. There are 2 terms. First I have removed the denominator. This one. That method also correct. You can use many methods, but final answer should be same. Okay, correct. Here, okay. I will explain that method also. First, let's see this method. Now, I want to keep Y here. I want to keep only Y in left. So I want to remove this B, denominator B. If I want to remove this denominator B, you can't multiply only this one by B because there are 2 terms in the left. And there is a right hand side also. So all the 3 terms should be multiplied by B to remove this denominator B. So I multiply all the terms by B. When you multiply this side by B, you can cancel out this B with this B. Then only Y remain here. X into B, XB. X into B, XB over A. XB over A plus XB over A plus Y equals 1 into B. Now we want to make Y as the subject. So that means you have to keep only Y. So you have to remove this XB over A from the left hand side. XB over A added to this. So inverse of that means minus XB over A. Minus XB over Put minus xb over a to both left and right. Repeat this step again. Left hand side, copy the left hand side again. xb over a plus y. Now put this to here. xb over a plus y minus xb over a, equation sign b, again this one, minus xb over a, because we want to put minus xb over a to both sides. So write minus xb over a in both sides to cancel out this xb over a. Now cancel out this xb over a with this minus xb over a. Plus xb over a cancel out with minus xb over a. Now y remain in the left hand side of the equation. So write y in the left hand side. What are the terms in the right hand side of the equation? B minus xb over a. So b minus xb over a in the right hand side. Now y is the subject. Y is in one side. Other terms are in the opposite side. Okay. In previous, when I talking about this, I told there's another method. So what is that? The other method? You can remove. You want to take y as the subject, no? So you can keep. You can copy this again. X over a plus y over b. Now you can subtract this x over here plus x over a. So subtract x over a from both left and right equals 1 minus x over a. In both left and right, subtract x over a. Now cancel out this x over a with this x minus x over a. Then y over b remains in the left hand side. In the right hand side, 1 minus x over a remains. Okay. Now we want to make y as the subject now. So you have to remove this b. So how to remove division? You can remove divisions by multiply. So you can multiply by b. Multiply by b. Not only left, right hand side also multiply by b. But when you multiply, don't forget to put my bracket here in this one, because there are two terms in the right hand side, 1 minus x over a. If you multiply this side by b, this side also multiply by b. Cut this b with this b, then y will remain in left. In the right, 1 minus, this is another method to do this, 1 minus x over a b. Okay, this one also correct. Y is the subject. You will see, you will notice that the answers are different here. Y equal b minus xb over a, but here y equals within brackets 1 minus x over a b, times b, but both are correct. Both answers are same. Think this way. If you multiply, if you remove brackets here, 1 into b. So here b minus, if you multiply this term by this, then x into b, xb over x. Same answer. For both methods, you will get full marks. Okay? Both methods are correct. If I start by multiplying all the terms by b to remove this denominator b, that method, and if I start as removing this x over a term, both answers are correct. So according to the first step, your answer, the appearance of the answer will be different sometimes, but that should be same when you remove in brackets. Okay. Let's see this one. This is also formula. Yes, any method you can use. Make R2 the subject of the formula. R2 here, this one is not multiplication. 28. And now let's start. Okay. Make R2 the subject of the formula. Make R2 the subject of the formula. Now this one is somewhat different here. All are given with numerator 1. R2 is here. That is in the denominator. Here, this one also, there are many methods to do this one. To make R2 as the subject, I have used this method. Let's write the equation. Here R2 is not R into 2. Here this is a subscription R2, not a multiplication. Okay. Then this is not 2R. Okay. 2R කියන එක එහෙම නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ. This is not 2R. This is some notation. R2. Abbreviated R2. This way. One term. This is one term, not R into 2. R2. So R1 also same. Only one term. That is a symbol. R2, R1. If you want, you can write R3. If you want to get symbols from the same letter, you can put in small size 1, 2, 3 like that. You will learn that in grade 10. In probability lessons, we use this type of symbols. We can put 1, 2, 3, 4 the same symbol. Then they will be looks like different symbols. Okay, these are two symbols. 1 over R, 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2. We want to make R2 as the subject. So R2 is in the denominator. I will get the least common multiple of R1 and R2. Think about this fraction. 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. Okay. What is the LCM of denominators? Least common multiple of 2 or 3. If you divide by 2 and 3, if you divide 2 and 3 and check, you will notice that LCM is 2 into 3, 6, or otherwise LCM is 2 into 3, 6. The same way, 2 into 3 is the LCM. You know, 2 into 3 is the LCM. We do a similar thing here. Here denominators are R1 and R2. So here denominators are 2 and 3, LCM 2 into 3. Here here LCM should be R1 into R2. Here the LCM is R1 by R2, R1, R2. Okay, R1 into R2. R1 into R2 is the LCM. I will multiply by LCM all the parts of the formula. Multiply all the parts by R1, R2. 1 over R multiplied by R1, R2. Equation sign. 1 over R1 again multiplied by R1, R2. Plus this plus sign here. This plus sign here. 1 over R2, 1 over R2. Multiply again by R1, R2. All the terms multiplied by R1, R2. Now, you can cancel out. Here 1 into R1, R2, 1 into something, same thing. 1 into R1, R2, R1, R2. If you multiply this term by 1, you will get the same one as the answer. R1, R2 over R. So from the left hand side, you will get R1, R2 over R. Right hand side, denominator R1 can be simplified with numerator R1. Now R1 into R2 remains 1 into R2, R2. 1 into R2 means R2. Here, cancel out R2 with this R2. Then 1 into R1 means 1 R1 means R1. So R1 R2 over R plus R2 equal R2 plus R1. Now we want to make R2 as the subject. You have to make R2 as the subject. So we have to keep only R2 in the right hand side. Keep R2 in the right hand side. Remove the other terms. What is the other term here? R1. You have to remove R1. Plus R1 to cancel out plus R1. You have to subtract R1. Okay. Then subtract R1 from both left and right. Cut this minus plus R1 with minus R1. Now only R2 remain in the right hand side. This part will remain in the left hand side. Now R2 is the subject. That is one method. Okay. That is one method. We can use many methods. There's another method also how to do that. You can, if you want to make R2 as the subject, you can remove this term first by subtracting minus 1 over R1 minus 1 over R1. By adding minus 1 over R1 to both left and right. Starting that way is another method. I will do that also because there are only 2 exercises in this lesson. That's why I will explain that also. 1 over R minus 1 over R1. Put minus 1 over R1 to both left and right. Okay. Then, in other side, 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 minus 1 over R1. Now you can cancel out this 1 over R1 with this one. So this is not the answer. Still 1 over R2 is there in the right hand side. In the left hand side, 1 over R minus 1 over R1. Capital R, okay. Now, this is not the answer because R2 should be the subject, but here 1 over R2 is there. Still R2 in the denominator. You have to write as R2. So in this, if you use this method, how to get the answer? You can get the reciprocal of both sides. Then you can make R2 to upside. Get the reciprocal of both. I will write here, okay. If you get the reciprocal of the right hand side, it will be R2 over 1. R2 over 1 means R2. Then R2 is the subject. If you get the reciprocal of this side, you have to get the reciprocal of other side also. But when you get in reciprocal here, there are two terms. So, two terms are subtracted. So, you can't get as R minus R1. That is wrong because there are two terms. All the terms go to denominator, 1 as the numerator. So you can write as 1 over R minus 1 over R1. This is the second method. Now R2 is the subject. This answer also correct. Appearance of the answer is different, but if you simplify and check, you will get the same answer here. Can you understand the method? Here, I got the reciprocal. Then R2 go to up. 1 go to denominator. R2 over 1 means R2. If you get the reciprocal here, you have to put 1 here. What is the reciprocal of 2? Reciprocal of 2 is 1 over 2. Reciprocal of 5? 1 over 5. That way, reciprocal of this term? Reciprocal of this term is 1 over that term. Can you understand? Reciprocal of this term is 1 over that term. Reciprocal of 1 over R2 means R2 over 1. That R2 over 1 means R2. That way. So both are correct. Now let's move to next one. 10th one. Make X the subject of the formula Ax equal m x minus 1 m times x minus t. But in this one somewhat strange. X in two places. X is in both left and right. Can you see in earlier questions X was on the subject was only one place, but here X is in two places. So how to take this X to one place? You have to keep only X in one place. Otherwise, subject can't be in two places. No, subject should be in left or right only. Here, subject is in two places. So, in this type of problems, what you have to do is take the terms representing subject, symbol of the subject to one side. You have to get both Ax, both this X and this X to one side, to left or right. To do that, you have to remove the bracket first. Otherwise, you can't take these X terms to one side. Remove brackets. M into X, Mx. M into T, Mt minus Mt. Now, this Mx and Ax should be in one side. Before that, let's remove this minus Mt. Let's remove this minus Mt. How to cancel out minus Mt? Put plus Mt to both left and right of the equation sign. Cancel out minus Mt with plus Mt. Then Mx remain in the right hand side. A plus Mt remain in the left hand side. Okay. Now you want to keep only X. x terms in here and here. So you want to take that x terms to one side. Therefore, I will subtract this ax from both sides. Then we can get this ax to this side. Here plus ax is there. So I will put minus ax to both left and right. Then I can cancel out this plus ax with minus ax. Now, in the left hand side, mt is there. In the right hand side, mx minus ax is there. Still x is not in one place. X should be the subject. Still x is in two places. So how to make one x letter from here? You have to take common factors. X is the common factor here. X is the common factor here. So take x out of the bracket. Remaining terms here m minus a. X times m minus a. Okay. Now x is in one place. Earlier x was in two places. X was in two. Now x is only in one place. Now you can remove this m minus a. Here there's a hidden multiplication sign. So divide by this bracket. Divide by m minus a. Divide by m minus a. Then cancel out this whole bracket with this whole bracket. So x will remain in the right hand side. In the left hand side, mt over m minus a remains. X is in one side. So x is the subject. This is the final answer. If you keep your answer this way, then that is wrong. If you stop at here, that is wrong. Reason is x is in two places. If you stop at here, then also wrong, because this term is there. Remove that term also. In this type of problems, if the subject is in two terms, you have to get that two terms to one side. That should be your goal. That x is in both left and right. So you have to step by step remove terms and get all the x terms to one side. After that, get the common factor. Common factor method. That method you have to use when same term is in both left and right. Remember that. I will send you these slides again. Think about that questions and clarify that answers. This one. Make A the subject of the formula. I got most of the difficult questions of the first exercise. Make A the subject of the formula P equals AT over A minus 1. In this one also, A is in two places. Like earlier one. You have to get all the A's to one place. So what we do here, A minus 2 is in the denominator. To remove this A minus T, to remove that A minus T, here this is a division. So you have to multiply both sides by A minus T. Multiply this side by A minus T. Multiply right hand side also by A minus T. Then you can eliminate this A minus T. Cancel this A minus T denominator with numerator A minus T. Now AT remain in the right hand side. Equation sign P into A. Let's remove this bracket. P into A, PA. P into T, PT. Okay. PA minus PT. Now we want to remove this minus PT. How to remove minus PT? Put plus PT to both left and right. Cancel out that. PA equation sign AT plus PT. Our goal is making A as the subject. Now A is in here and here. So you have to take that both terms in one side. That both terms should be in one side. So how to take this term to this side? How to take this AT to this side? You can subtract AT from both sides to take this AT to this side. So subtract AT from both left and right. Then you will cancel out AT from the right hand side. Now AT in the left hand side. PA minus AT equals PT. I told you if the subject is in two places, common factor method have to be used. Use the common factor method. A is common. So take A out of the bracket. P minus T equal PT. Now A should be the subject. So divide both sides by here. There is a multiplication. Inverse is division. Divide this side and this side by this bracket. So this P minus T cancel out with this P minus T. A remain in this side. Other side PT over P minus T remains. So A is in one side. Always when you make in some letter as a subject, some variable as a subject, that should be in one side and one place. That should be in one side and one place, not in two places. If your subject in two places, that is wrong. That subject should be in one side and one place only. Now, last part, substitution. That is very easy. Previous part is the complicated part. This one is easy. You know substitution. What is called as substitution? Substitution means removing the variable and writing a value for that place. Removing the variable and writing the value. Here, let's see this example. Convert. Finally, I will give you one question. You can do that and send me the answer. Send the answer to group. After that, I will explain. Convert 35 Celsius into Fahrenheit using the formula. This is a formula. Okay. But you have to substitute these values. C equal 35. Let's substitute. Copy the formula again. C equal 5 over 9 brackets F minus 32. Now C is 35. So put 35 to this place. Put 35 to this place. 35 equals 5 over 9 brackets F minus 32. Now we have substitute. If you do this step at the exam, you will get 1 mark for the substitution. Okay. Now, after substitution, you have to step by step simplify and get the answer for F. You have to remove this 9. How to remove this division 9? Multiply both sides by 9. If you multiply this side by 9 and this side by 9, if you multiply both sides by 9, you can cancel out this 9 by this 9. 5 brackets F minus 32 will remain in the right hand side. In the left hand side, 35 into 9. Okay. If you want, you can multiply. Otherwise, keep the answer same way. Now we want to remove this 5. 5 into bracket. 5 into bracket. So, inverse operation is dividing both sides by 5 to remove 5. Cut this 5 with this 5. So, F minus 32 remains. 35 into 9 divided by 5. 5 into 7, 35. 7 into 9, 63. F minus 32. Now, we want to remove this minus 32. So, put plus 32 to both sides. Here also 32 plus. I will write that as 32 plus. cancel out this one with this one, then you will remain f in the right hand side. 63 plus 32, 95. So our answer is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Look at the exercise 17.2. Find the value of A when B equals 7. Substitute 7 for B. C equals 6. 6 for C. The formula is A equals B plus C minus 2. So put 7 for B. Then that will be B7. A equals 7 plus C 6. Put 6 for C. Substitute this way. Minus 2. B is 7. C is 6. 7 plus 6, 13. So 13 minus 2. 13 minus 2. 13 minus 2, 11. So A equals 11. Okay. Substitute and simplify. Look at this one. Find the value of M when Y equals 11, X equals 5, C equals minus 4. When negative numbers are there, carefully do the simplifications. Okay. C equals minus 4 here. Let's see. I told you this is very important equation. This is the equation of a straight line graph y equal mx plus c. You will learn when we doing graph lesson. Y equal mx plus c. Write the equation. If you can't do the substitution correctly, then graph lesson will be difficult for you. Y equal mx plus c. Put 11 for y. Put 11 for y. M. So m times mx means m times. Okay. In between m and x multiplication there. So m times x is 5. So m times 5. Substitute. M times 5 mx plus I wrote directly. If you want, you can put plus sign here. Plus c is minus 4. C is minus 4 because plus minus is minus. That's why I wrote minus 4 directly. Okay. 11 equals m into 5, 5m. M into 5, 5m. Plus minus 4 means plus minus. If plus sign is there, no change in the sign. Plus minus 4 means minus 4. Plus, when you multiply by plus, no change in the sign. So directly you have to write minus 4. If minus sign is there, then minus into minus, that will be plus 4. But here plus minus means minus 4. Okay. So 11 equals 5m minus 4. We want to get the value of m. To remove this minus 4, put plus 4 to both left and right. Now cancel out minus 4 with this plus 4. Then 5m remain from the right hand side. 11 plus 4. 11 plus 4 is 15. So 15 remain in the left hand side. 5m is 5 into m. So divide both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5. M remains. 15 divided by 5. 3. M equal 3. M equal 3. Okay. this is the formula. Write S equation sign n over 2 this bracket a plus l. S is minus 330. So substitute minus 330 to here. Equation sign n over 2 brackets a is 4. A is 4. 4. Here the plus sign. L is minus 48. L is minus 48. Close brackets. Now, if you can do the substitution, you will get some marks for that step. Now, how to do these calculations? Minus 330. Minus 330 equals n over 2. You can simplify this part. Plus 4 is there. Plus minus means minus. Plus into minus, minus. If you multiply different signs, you will get minus sign. Same sign. Bracket means there's a multiplication. No? This minus 48 right to here. Here there is plus sign. That plus sign go to here. Here the value is minus 48. I can write that within brackets. Yes. Answer එක වැරදුනාට කවන්නේ අර මේ try කරපු එක්කන හොඳයි පොඩ්ඩක් හදන්න. දැන් බලන්න. minus 48 plus 4. මෙහෙම හිතන්න මම දැන් හැමදාම කියලා දෙනවා. Plus 4 plus 4 similar to plus 4 signs. Okay. Minus 48. It is difficult to draw 48 minus signs here. I will draw only some signs and put an arrow to represent all the 48 minus signs. Okay. Think there are 48 minus signs. Now make 0 pairs. Cancel this. Cancel this one. Cancel this one. And cancel out this one. From these 48 minus signs, now we cancel 4 minus sign. There were 48 minus signs. No? There were 48 minus signs. This is the arrow. The arrow represents all the 48. We removed 4 minus signs. We removed 4 minus signs. So only 44 minus signs are remains. Can you understand? Only 44 minus signs are remains. So this answer is minus 44. Otherwise think this way. 48 minus 4 is plus 44. 4 minus 48 is minus 44. That way. Now there's a bracket in between this one. Because bracket in between bracket there's a multiplication signs. If you want, you can think the denominator as 1. This one, denominator 1, numerator is minus 44. 2 simplify with 44. 2 into 2. So, n into minus 22. N into minus 22 minus 22n. When we writing, normally we write the number in the left hand side, symbol in the right hand side. So you can't write n22. You have to write as 22n. N into minus 22 minus 22n. 22n minus 22n. Now we want to divide both sides by minus 22 because here in between this multiplication sign is there. So inverse operation is dividing by minus 22. Dividing by minus 22. Cancel out minus 22 with plus this minus 22. Minus divide by minus. Minus divide by minus. It will be plus. Okay. Plus. When you divide by 2, Let's divide by 11. That is easy. Let's divide by 11. 11 into 2, 22. 11 into 3, 33. Here 0. 11 into 0, 0. Okay. Now 30 divided by 2. 30 divided by 2, 15. Okay. Minus divide by minus plus. So answer is 15. N equals 15. I did a problem of the miscellaneous exercise also, because only few problems in the exercise. Therefore, I did a problem in miscellaneous exercise. Let's see that problem. This is the last one. After that, I will end up the lesson. See this one. I will send you the recording and PDF so you can complete the notes, complete exercises. Consider the formula P equals C brackets 1 plus R over 100. This is the formula. Make R the subject. Make R as the subject. That means you have to keep only R in the left or right. So how to get R in one side? P equals C plus brackets this one. There's only one term in between this. And let's remove the brackets first. C into 1, C. C into this one, CR over 100. C into 1, C. C into R over 100, CR over 100. We want again look at the problem. What we have to make the, which one should be the subject? R should be the subject. Okay. R should be the subject. What are the other terms combined with this? Here C is there. Here CR over 100 is there. So easy to remove in this C. C means here plus C. So to remove plus C, from both left and right, put minus C. Subtract minus C. Cancel out this plus C with this minus C. So in the right hand side, CR over 100 remains. In the left hand side, P minus C. But still, R is not the subject. We want to make R as the subject. That means you have to remove this part. Then only you will R will remain. So how to remove that C and 100? First, let's remove this 100. To remove division 100, you can multiply both sides by 100. 100 into right hand side, 100 into left hand side. But in the left hand side, there are two terms. So always, if there are two terms, if you multiply by another term, put brackets. Put brackets here. P minus C was there. We want to multiply by 100. So put bracket 10. After that, multiply. Cancel if you want. You can think denominator as 100. Cancel this 100 with this 100. Then CR will remain. In this side, 100 into this bracket means 100 brackets P minus C. Now only C is the unwanted term here. C into R, CR. C multiplied by R, CR. So divide by C. Divide left and right by C. And the other thing I have to remember you can't cut this C with this C. Can you cut? You can't cut. This is these two terms are within brackets. There's a term in the outside also. This if C is in outside, if C was in outside as a common factor, then you can cut that C. But here, if you cut this C with this C, that is wrong. Okay, because there are two terms here. There's a subtraction, and both are in the middle of the bracket. So that is you have to take that as both terms as unit. Don't remove these two. If that is only a common factor, only you can cut. Otherwise, you can't. Now to remove the C, we divide both sides by C. Then R. R is the subject now. R the subject because R is in one side. Other terms are in other side. Now, first step is over. Roman number 2. Find the value of R when P equal 495 and C equal 450. Okay. Find the value of R when P equal 495 and C equal 450. Let's substitute. Now you got the subject. R is the subject. Let's write R in the left. This part in the right hand side. Then that is easy now. Let's write R in the left. Write the R in left. This part in the right hand side. After that, let's substitute. P is 495. So to the place of P, 495. 100 brackets 495 minus what is C? See here. C is 450. So 450. C is 450. Therefore, denominator is also 450. Now subtract. 495 minus 450. 45. 495 minus 450. 45. So 100. There's a multiplication in the middle. 100 is the common factor of this bracket. So there's a multiplication. 100 into 45. Denominator is 450. Denominator is 450. Now you can simplify. There's a multiplication. No any addition, subtraction. You can cut this 0 with this 0. Cut this 45 with this 45. Now 10. R is 10. That's the Roman number 2.